The stench of failure is back. Egos are inflating, the Madrid sun is blinding, and the three lions are bleeding from within. Is Jude Bellingham our saviour or the cancer that kills the dream? Wake up. It's happening again. Absolute shambles. RONALDO. 1. Bigger than the badge, open your eyes. We've seen this script before. In 2002, we had warriors who would crawl through broken glass for the shirt. Now, we have a kid who thinks the white of Madrid carries more weight than the three lions on his chest. Bellingham is walking around like the FA owes him rent. When he misses a pass and throws his arms up at a teammate, he isn't leading. He's posturing. He's performing for the cameras. Nobody is bigger than the badge. Nobody. If he thinks his aura wins games, he's a muppet. The badge represents the fans, the history, the pain. He's treating it like a marketing accessory. Proper football is about the collective. This is a Hollywood audition. 2. The Mainoo incident, a total shambles. What happened in that friendly wasn't demanding excellence. It was bullying. Kobbie Mainoo is a lad with more natural DNA and grit in his boots than most veterans, and Jude decided to lay into him publicly. Why? To protect his own image. To make sure the pundits knew it wasn't his fault. That is gutless. A real gaffer on the pitch pulls a youngster aside and whispers in his ear. He doesn't scream at him for the world to see. It's classic big-time behavior. He's acting like a Galactico in a dressing room that needs brothers, not bosses. It's a disgrace to the veteran code. 3. The Madrid virus, Spain changes a man. It makes them soft. It makes them think football is a fashion show. Bellingham has caught the virus. He's brought that Bernabeu entitlement into St. George's Park and it's toxic. He wants every free kick. He wants every penalty. He wants to be the face of every billboard. We don't need a celebrity. We need a midfielder who will put his head where it hurts. The Madrid lifestyle is all glitz, but the England job is a war. If he can't leave the ego at the airport, he's stealing a living. The Galactico the tag is a death sentence for English unity. For Golden Generation PTSD, I can smell 2004 and 2006 from here. It smells like wasted talent and massive egos. We had Lampard, Gerrard, and Scholes. Individually? World class. Together? A bottle job of epic proportions because they couldn't decide who was the alpha. Bellingham is speed-running the disaster. He's sucking the oxygen out of the room. He's making the team about Jude and the others. When you have a player who thinks he's the sun, everyone else gets burnt. We are repeating history because we're too scared to tell a talented kid to sit down and shut up. 5. Tactical anarchy. Where does he actually play? He's supposed to be a midfielder, but he's wandering around the final third like a lost tourist because he wants the glory of the goal. He's leaving massive holes in the middle. He's leaving our defense exposed. It's tactical suicide. He's playing for his own YouTube highlight reel, not the 3 points. A proper player holds the line. A proper player respects the system. Jude thinks the system should revolve around him. It's arrogant. It's dangerous. It's exactly why we'll get carved open by a disciplined side like the Germans or the French. 6. PR hype versus reality. The media has crowned him king before he's even won a coin toss. They talk about his maturity, but I see a kid who loses his head the moment things don't go his way. Where was this world-class impact in the biggest moments for the national team? He's a flat match bully. He shines when we're 3-0 up against minnows. But when the chips are down, he starts whining. He starts gesticulating. He starts looking for excuses. The PR machine is working overtime to hide the fact that he's becoming a liability to the team's chemistry. 7. The body language of a diva. Look at the way he walks. Look at the way he stares down officials. He's spent too much time in a league where you get a foul for being breathed on. This is England. We want to see you get up. We want to see you fight. His body language is a constant look at me show. It's exhausting for his teammates. It's demoralizing for the fans. Proper football doesn't care about your haircut or your celebration. It cares about your output. Right now, his output of arrogance is far higher than his output of effort. 8. The veteran divide. Do you think the lads who have won the Premier League, the hardest league in the world, want to be lectured by a 22-year-old playing in a two-team league? Not a chance. He's creating a rift. There are the Bellingham boys, and then there are the players who actually know what it takes to win a scrap. You can see the tension in the passing patterns. They don't trust him to do the dirty work, and he doesn't trust them to be on his level. It's a house divided. And a house divided is a guaranteed early exit. 9. The savior complex. He thinks he's the only world-class player in the squad. That's the most insulting part. We have Foden. We have Soccer. We have Kane. But Jude plays like he's playing with a bunch of Sunday League Muppets. He tries to do everything himself. He takes too many touches. He kills the tempo. He's trying to be the hero instead of being a part of the machine. It's selfish. It's not the DNA of a winning England team. Ronaldo, the real one, knew when to let the team work for him and when to work for the team. Jude only knows how to make the team work for his ego. 10. The 2026 ultimatum. We are at a crossroads. Either the gaffer grabs him by the throat and tells him to fall in line, or we write off the next World Cup now. You cannot win a trophy with a player who thinks he's doing the nation a favor by showing up. Excellence requires humility. Grit requires sacrifice. Bellingham has the talent, but his character is currently absolute dross. He needs a reality check. He needs to realize he hasn't won anything for us yet. Until he lifts a trophy in an England shirt is just another flashy name in a long line of English disappointments. Ronaldo's mentality. Look at the history books. Real history. Not the sanitized, TikTok-ready rubbish they feed you today. When we talk about a phenomenon, we talk about 2002. We talk about Ronaldo. A man who had his knees shredded, his career left for dead, and yet he dragged himself out of the mud to conquer the world. Did you see him screaming at his teammates for a misplaced 5-yard pass? Did you see him throwing a tantrum because he wasn't the center of a PR campaign? No. He let his feet do the talking. He had the DNA of a winner. He had the blood and thunder that the English terraces used to worship. Now, look at Jude Bellingham. The Laura. The Galactico. It's a fraud. It's a marketing veneer designed to hide a growing rot of arrogance. The incident with Kobbie Mainoo wasn't a one-off. It was a symptom. It was a player who has spent too much time in the sun-drenched arrogance of Madrid, thinking he can treat the England squad like his personal backing band. Mainoo is a lad who puts his shift in. He's got the grit we crave. For Bellingham to turn on him publicly, to belittle a brother in the heat of battle, is the act of a muppet. It's gutless. It's the behavior of someone who has forgotten that football is won in the trenches, not on a red carpet. We are starving for proper football. We are sick to death of this modern, tippy-tappy, look at my stats dross. In 2002, the standard was simple: you give everything for the shirt, or you don't wear it. Bellingham is playing a different game. He's playing brand Jude. He's playing for the likes and the shares. While he's busy posing for his next specialized clothing line, the heart of the England team is being ripped out by an ego that won't stop growing. He thinks he's reached the level of Ronaldo because he wears the number 5 in Madrid. Newsflash, kid, Ronaldo earned that respect with goals and grit. You're currently just stealing a living on potential and hype. The Madrid virus is real. It's a specialized form of entitlement that convinces a player they are bigger than the collective. We saw it with the golden generation. Beckham, Lampard, Gerrard, monsters of the game, but they couldn't win a coin toss for England because their egos wouldn't fit in the same zip code. We are watching the sequel in real time. Bellingham wants to be the gaffer, the striker, and the hero all at once. He's sucking the life out of Phil Foden. He's making Bukayo Saka look like a bystander. He's creating a hierarchy where he is the king and everyone else is a peasant. It's a shambles. It's a tactical disaster that will lead us straight to another heartbreaking quarter-final exit. Where is the grit? Where is the hunger to win a tackle in the pouring rain in November? Jude wants the ball to his feet. He wants the space. He wants the glory. But when the game gets ugly, when it becomes a war of attrition against a side that doesn't care about his Instagram followers, he disappears. He starts complaining to the referee. He starts looking for a foul. That's not what we do. That's not what the Three Lions are about. We want players who will break their nose for a header. We want players who will run until their lungs burn. Bellingham's body language says he's too good for the struggle. He's too refined for the scrap. It's an insult to every fan who pays their hard-earned money to follow this team. The verdict is clear: Bellingham is at a crossroads. He can continue down this path of Galacticos arrogance and become the ultimate bottle job, the most talented player to never win a thing for his country because he was too busy being a celebrity. Or he can look at the mentality of the real Ronaldo. He can learn that true greatness is found in humility and hard work. He can realize that a leader is someone who carries his team, not someone who tramples on them to stand a bit taller. We don't want a brand. We don't want an aura. We want our England back. We want the team that fears no one and fights for everyone. If Jude can't get his head out of the Madrid clouds and get his boots back in the English mud, then he's just another Muppet in a long line of disappointments. The standard has been set. The guardian of the standard is watching. And right now, Jude, you are failing the test. You are becoming the very thing we loathe, a player who thinks he's already won the World Cup without ever having to bleed for it. The clock is ticking towards 2026. The dressing room is a tinderbox. One more arrogant outburst, one more public shaming of a teammate, and the whole thing blows up. We've seen it before. We've lived the pain. We aren't going to sit back and watch you ruin this generation because you think you're the second coming. Shut your mouth. Put your head down. And start playing some proper football. Or get out of the way for someone who actually gives a damn about the badge. This is the end of the line for the nice talk. The fans are turning. The terraces are whispering. The aura is fading, and all we see is a kid who is lost in his own hype. It's time to grow up, Jude. It's time to show us you've got the DNA of a champion, not the ego of a Muppet. The World Cup isn't a photo shoot. It's a war. And right now, you're looking like a conscientious objector.